Pixel hearts are beating for you. I'm lost in this electric haze. This retro look feels shiny and new. Caught in your digital maze. It calls to me soft and true. Pixel hearts are beating for you. 80-bit devotion fading in view. Pixel hearts are beating for you. Pixel hearts are beating for you. It calls me devotion. I'm tangled left, unforgivably blue. See my new war, was actually born on you. Give like the minutes, you play blind for you.
Somewhere between pressure, strategy, and opportunity, there's always a move most people never see. I'm Nathan Scott, and this is What's the Move? Welcome to today's show. Glad to have everyone here. As you can see, I have say hello to E, everyone. And we have a good show for you today. Our scenario will be going. Let's get right into it. I don't want to take too long. It's gonna be a long night already, a long morning. I'm airing this in the morning for a reason, and I will re-air it for the sake, because I want people to get this show. So there will be a re-airing of this show. So yeah. But welcome. Today's scenario, let's get to it. Today's scenario is, I was hit up with this one, is I want to become rich without becoming an influencer, which is quite unique. They just graduated high school. So I know it's high school graduation season, or it's probably college and high school graduation season. But I've been hit up by family members in high school and graduated. Always proud of people who graduate. Graduations can be like, graduation can be very touching. But anyway, this person reached out and they want to know, which is typical, I imagine, for anyone getting out of high school, that they want to become rich. And there is a lot of information, or a plethora of information of how to become an influencer. And if everyone's becoming an influencer, which is cool, I guess, because I'm an influencer. But if everyone's becoming an influencer, then what happens is the market can become oversaturated. So I like this scenario, actually. It's because a lot of times when you're getting out of high school, you don't know what to do. What's next? What should I do? What's the best move? You hear all these different ideas, and I can only imagine all the stress, or the different things that you could be going through that's just really nerve-wracking. So, without prolonging the time, let's get into it. Now, I want to start by saying that this is a powerful starting point for any young person to be in, because there's no established career path, which is good. No audience to leverage, and a clear rejection of the influencer economy. So, and I'll break this open thoroughly, okay? Because we want to take our time. A lot of kids, as I like to point out, are, they don't know what to do next. I had needed guidance. We all need guidance. I don't know if you have a mother or father. I'm sure they probably had a career that they might have seen you in, and or whoever you're raised by. Then you have your mentors at school, your counselors, your teachers, the principal, whoever you look up to, coach, whoever it is. You play sports. I'm pretty sure that coach has influenced you to play the sport. I don't know if you're there for a school, if you got a scholarship out of high school. I don't know if you have any plans out of high school. Some people just don't want to go to school anymore. They went to school for about, 4 to 5 years, and they're ready to take a break. Do I think it's a good idea to take a break? Personally, no. Now, a lot of people are not going to tell you that, which is fine. And it's not necessarily a bad idea to take a break. My personal, if I had a choice, I would. But I'm not you. But I am going to break this open thoroughly, because obviously someone wants to get rich, someone wants some money, and there's someone is thinking about making a significant amount of money, or more than a significant amount of money, coming right out of high school. And is it possible? Well, with a strategy, with a good approach, with consistency, dedication, perseverance, yes, it's possible. Is it possible right out of high school? I don't know. But what I mean by that, it's circumstantial. It depends on the person. Are their plans so good and strategies executed so well that it will be considered that person can virtually feel that they got rich right out of high school? Now, but this is not necessarily saying right out of high school. This is just someone who's just graduating right out of high school who wants to be rich, but not necessarily an influencer. And there are a array of paths that person can take. You're young. I'm pretty sure you're about 17, 18 years old, maybe 19 if it took you a while to get out of there. This is fine. That has happened to people. And that's not going to limit you, okay? So if you're getting out at that age and you got this high school or your life ahead of you, your future ahead of you, and I will say, if you're getting straight out of high school, you got a future ahead of you, and it's a bright future. Take advantage of it. A lot of people squander their future. Don't squander your future. So, and that's what this show is about, to help you guys not squander the future. So what this scenario appears to be is an 18-year-old or 19-year-old or 17-year-old with ambitions and a realistic understanding of that influencers is not a reliable wealth building strategy. A lot of people may disagree with me on that, but they may feel this way. They may feel that realistically to them, or realistically, period, and that it is not a reliable wealth building strategy. They want financial independency, maybe serious wealth, but they don't want to build it on attention. That's their lane. They don't want to take that lane. They don't want to take that approach. They might be a shy person. They might be an introvert. Someone that's not about being famous. Everybody doesn't want to be famous. Everybody doesn't want to be well known. In order to be an influencer, you might build some type of fame. So, but and you know, so they want financial independence, maybe serious wealth, like I said, but they don't want to build it on attention, followers, or personal brand. Now, can you make a significant amount of money out of high school building something on followers, attention, and personal brand? Yes, you can. Can you do it? Can you come out of high school? We're not talking about right out. We're just saying you graduated and this is something you want to do. So can your thing be, oh, I want to build my attention, following, and personal brand? Yes, it can be that. But we're not discussing that. We're talking about the person who don't want to do that. And that's a plethora of people. That's a slew of people. And if that's you are who I'm talking to. On the surface, this seems like a constraint. They're cutting off one of the most visible paths young people use today. And is it a constraint? Depends on the path, depends on the person. Everybody's not meant to take the same path. Everybody's not meant to take the same lane. You do not have to take the same lane and can make more money than an influencer. What are we talking about? There are people who make a lot of money, and I'm not dissing no influencers, because there are influencers that's making a boatload of money. And there are people who do not take the route of an influencer in many careers, in many industries, across the planet, that are as successful or more successful than influencers. For some of it's not even close. It's not even a match. So let's remember that. Now, so don't get caught up in being in a box coming out of high school. What do I want to do? Go and everybody run into the same world. No. We do not have to do that. And so this is what this person is eventually doing. They're cutting that. One of the most visible paths young people are taking today. And that's not nothing. There's nothing bad about that. But what this really is, and I want everyone to see this, what this really is a time advantage play. That's what this is, a time advantage play. At 18 or 17 or 19, this person or whoever you are has the single most valuable asset in wealth building. And you want to know what that is? Nobody gonna tell you guys this, but I'm gonna tell you. Well, I'm not gonna say nobody. That's not true. But a lot of people are not gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you. At 17, 18, or 19, you have the single most valuable asset in wealth building, and that's decades of compounding runway. Decades of you got this at your. Do not squander your life doing reckless things when you can be using your life doing wealth building with decades of compounding runway. The rejection of the influencer path is not a limitation. It's clarity. This is someone who knows what they don't want to do already. They know, I don't want to take that path. I don't want to go there. And somebody gonna say, well, they don't want to make no money. That's not true. They just don't want to go that path, and they know they don't want to do it. They're sure of themselves, and they know there's another way, and they reached out. And there is a way. There are many ways. So we're going to discuss, and also they've already eliminated the high noise. Everybody's running. When everybody's running to the same world, you better believe this. You better believe this. And I'm not kidding with y'all. You better believe this. When everyone is running to there, that's where you don't run. Don't run there. No, wrong place. Wrong place. It's not worth it. Everybody cannot be the same thing. I don't know how many times I have to stress it. It's just like basketball. When you see LeBron James playing basketball and you got somebody saying, man, that LeBron James can play. I bet you I can learn how to play like him. So does all the other guys already in the NBA. They wish that too. This is what our world likes to do, is go to somewhere where they're seeing someone make some money and they say, oh, I can do it too. And then when they fail, they wonder why life just threw them curveball. I didn't throw you a curveball. You actually was swinging at bad pitches. Bad, that's really it. Bad pitches was coming your way and you just swinging at everything. Don't make the mistake of going the route of everyone else. I'm not saying that someone not going to be successful, a few people not going to be successful. Of course they will be. But everybody's not going to be successful there. So where do you go? There are other lanes for the other somebodies that are not successful in certain lanes. You say, oh, well, I ain't successful in that lane. Everybody's going there. Well, there's a lane for me. There is. There is a lane for you. All of you. All of you ones that are just getting out of high school who have a bright future. Oh my gosh. High school. Get that to do that over? And what I know now, yeah, that wouldn't even be, that would not be fair. No. So I'm telling you something that a lot of people not gonna tell you. All right? And that's what he's doing. So and he or she is doing. Also, they have a low probability route. Yeah. They already eliminated high noise, low probability route, and are asking for real machine of wealth creation. They are asking for real machinery of wealth creation. So, and this is about owning assets, not renting attention. Let me say it again. When a person don't want to be an influencer, right? But they want wealth, right? And they're out of high school. We're not talking about someone right out of, grad school, and that can apply to them too. But let's talk about the high school. This is about owning assets, not renting attention. The real question, and this is the real question, is what vehicle can you climb into at 17 or 18 or 19, whatever your age is, graduating high school, of those three, right? 16 even better. With no capital and no credentials, that will compound into serious wealth over 15 to 25 years without requiring you to perform for an audience. That's what you're really asking. When you ask me, how do I become wealthy without becoming an influencer? All you're really, what you're truly asking me, and I want everyone to write this down, because I know y'all know how to take notes. Y'all just got out of school. Don't get lazy on me now, right? Why I say that? Because going to business is not a lazy thing, and sometimes the information is quick. All you gotta do is be willing to get the information. That's it. That is it. And half the time, people just not willing to do the work, you know? I'm just gonna tell the truth. They're not. Bear with me right quick. I want to get rid of this. Because I want, this is, you know, and anyway. Anyway. But yeah. So what, and you can remember, just follow along. What vehicle can I climb into at 18 with no capital and no credential that will compound into serious wealth over 15 to 25 years without requiring you or me? I'm putting myself in it, but I'm not just graduating high school, but this is for you high school, to perform. It does not require with years, right? Without requiring me to perform for an audience. Because that's all you're doing, and that's all I'm essentially doing. Even though I'm giving out education, even though I'm giving out information, at the end of the day, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. That's right. So where's the hidden opportunity? That's what this show is about. Finding hidden opportunities. Where is it? And I'm going to find it for you today. I want all of you to know this. I wish I can teach it to each and every one of you. Why? Because I wish people knew how wide the gap between rich and poor is really becoming. That's another conversation. But anyway, now, what is the opportunity really? Well, the hidden opportunity is that most high school graduates are pushed towards college, one, as the default. Nothing really wrong with that, but can be something wrong with that. But the hidden opportunity for someone who wants wealth without influence is in high skill, low glamour trade and technical sales careers. Let me say that again. I got to give you guys this information. Please get this. I can't make it any clearer than this. Because a lot of kids want to know where is the money? I wish, you know, you're coming out of high school, mom and dad might not be making a lot of money for some of you guys. And you want to know. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting to know. What's going to be wrong with that? So bear with me when I tell you I'm going to get this right. So, yeah. yeah. So, and I'm not just being funny, and I'm not picking on anybody's mom by no means, mom or dad, because I know how it is to, to grow up in a way where, your parents might not really know how to do stuff like that. And it's unfortunate, A lot of times, us kids, we just trying to navigate our way, and try to make it. And our parents just don't have the resources. And you can't blame them, kids. It's not everybody, it's not that they're not educated. Times change. While parents are busy sending you to school, the times change in that little window. They really do. And it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. But nonetheless, I want you guys to get this. High skill, low glamour trades and technical sales careers. The hidden opportunity for someone who wants wealth without influence is high skill, low glamour. Yeah, that's what everybody wants, the glamour. Like, ooh, it look good. What's fancy? What looks hot? What looks good and what looks hot always ain't what you're making all the money. High skill, low glamour trades and technical sales careers. That's what you want. Where, and this is why you want it, because where the barrier to entry is learning, not a degree. The barrier to entry is learning, not a degree. Income scales with skill and reputation, not followers. Let me say that again to you guys. Income scales with skill and reputation, not followers. Sorry, I didn't make the rules. They were made before I got here, but they apply. Ask anybody in your family that makes money. They're going to tell you that. If you know anybody in your family, a friend or somebody, anybody that makes some real money, ask, oh yeah, income scales with skill and reputation, not followers. That's a fact. Like I said, I didn't do it. But you need to know that. Followers online are virtual followers. They're not even real. I mean, I'm not gonna say real. Sorry, I'm not gonna go there. I know that's sensitive stuff, but this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Followers online, right? A lot of times, do you know who they really are? And do you know if there's someone really there? Well, why are we building something on something we don't know if they're really there, right? Right? Don't that make sense? Why would we try to build something on an idea or just, you can go through each file, especially if you got a lot of files. Go through all your files and see if they real, knock yourself out. But I bet you find that they are all not real. And that's a major problem. It is. It is. So, you can eventually own the business, not just work in it. That's right. Well, a lot of people want to just work in a business, but you can eventually own the business, not just work in it. The market is desperate. I want everyone in here. I want you to come close to me. I'm serious. I want you to really come close to me on this. The market is desperate for young, capable people because the existing workforce is aging out. That's the problem. They're aging, guys. I'm telling you 18, you're 17, you're 19-year-olds that right now, you're hearing it from me. They're aging out. And so the hidden gold is many of the wealthiest people in America are not influencers or tech founders. They own HVAC companies, electrical contracting firms, plumbing businesses, commercial cleaning services, and specialized business-to-business services companies. These are unsexy, essential, and extraordinarily profitable. That's the ones, guys. I'm not saying the tech guys are not wealthy. Listen to me here. Hear me clearly. They're just not the wealthiest people in America. They are not influencers or tech founders. There are some tech founders that are wealthy. There are some influencers that are wealthy, but the wealthiest people, let me tell you again, own HVAC companies, electrical contracting firms. Look it up. Plumbing businesses, commercial cleaning services, and specialized business-to-business service companies, or B2Bs. Yeah. These are unsexy, like I said, but very profitable. Very profitable. Well, I said that slower. But I did. But they are. An 18-year-old who enters these fields with a deliberate plan to learn they own can be financially independent by 35, while influencers are still chasing brand deals. This is the problem with young people. They go everywhere. Their minds is I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to learn this. Learn that. I'm going here. No, I'm about to be this. Nah, I'm about to be this. I'm about to be this. Nah, I change to be this. Pick one. Stick with it. But make sure you go to this lane here, guys. Make sure your lane. I'm serious. Do not forget it. It's high skill, low glamour, trades, and technical sales careers. And you better remember that the most wealthiest people in America own HVAC companies, electrical contracting firms, plumbing businesses, and commercial cleaning services, and specialized business-to-business service companies. That's why you have to have a deliberate plan to learn, then own. Have that plan. Lock it in your mind. Lock it in your way. Lock it in whatever you're going to plan to do with this. What you're going to stick with. You get that plan. You have to, and you make sure it is deliberate to learn and then own, and you can be financially independent by 35, while influencers are still chasing deals. So what's the best practical solutions path? I'm going to give you four distinct wealth building paths, all achievable without college or without college debt, without an audience, and starting from zero at 18. Now I do have something. I don't want nobody to leave. No one to leave, because I got something for the college kids planning on going to college. But I want to deal with this group first. If you don't plan on going to college, I have four. Path A. The skilled trade ownership track. How it works? Write this down. Enter a licensed trade. Like, for example, I just mentioned one: electrician, plumber, an HVAC technician. Oh, I don't want to be a plumber. Well, hang in, and maybe I got something for you, but this is the first step. Oh, I don't want to do electrician. Hang in, I got something else. But if you want to do this, listen. You want to do this? I know this works. Who's brave enough to try? You enter a licensed trade with something like electrician, plumber, or HVAC technician. And you do it through an apprenticeship. If you do it that way, you'll get paid to learn. That's the way to do it. They might have some apprenticeship that you don't get paid to learn, but most of them you get paid to learn. I mean, not all of them you get paid to learn. You get paid to learn. After 4 to 5 years. After 4 to 5 years. Listen to me. You can become a journeyman, earning about 70 to 100K. That's after 4 to 5 years of being an apprentice. You can become a journeyman and earn about 70 to 100K plus. After 7 to 10 years, obtain a master license. This is the 15-year plan. Obtain a master license and start your own contracting business. You guys can write this in your plan and carry it out and keep it. And it will work. You start putting some money in your pocket. For you men, it's a good one. I'm not saying it's not good for women. Women, it's good for you too. Don't think just because a man can do it, I'm not going to do it. It's up to you. But there's money there. After 7 years, like I said, you go and you obtain the master license. Not try, you obtain it. And start your own contracting business. And what are you going to do? When you start it, you're going to scale by hiring other technicians. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to sit there and try to do all the work. You immediately start scaling by hiring other technicians. Sell the business or collect profits, distributions for decades. You can sell the business or collect profit distributions for decades. That's after 15th year. Now, why does this build real wealth? I want to answer any questions you may have. Why does this build real wealth? It builds real wealth because skilled trades are non-outsourceable, non-automatable in the near term, and face a massive, listen to me, a massive labor shortage. It's beautiful. Everybody's running the tech. Everybody is running to tech. Not mad. I'm just telling you. Not mad, just telling you. I'm not. But that's what's taking place. The average master electrician in the U.S. in their late 50s, young entrants face limited competition. See, think about it. So if most of them in their late 50s, that means you young guys face limited competition. Ain't even that much competition for you. You good to go. Once you own your business, you are not trading time for money. You have employees doing work and a brand that generates leads. Yep. You have a brand that generates leads. That's a good thing. What's the wealth trajectory? You have that question. Let's answer it. W-2 income while learning. That's about 40 to 70K. That's not bad while learning. Most people are going to school, they're going to college, and they're not getting paid to go to college. You, as an apprentice, you can be making about 40 to 70K while learning. Then the business ownership, you can be bringing in 150,000 to 500,000 annually. Plus a business asset worth 2 to 4 times annual profit upon sales. You ask for it, you're going to get it. I hope you're watching this show, young man. At 18, you can be a millionaire by 30 to 35 if you get started at 18. You can be a millionaire by 30 to 35. And most people say, I want to be a millionaire now. Go for it. Go for the other ones. Shoot to the social media. It's waiting on you. Go to Facebook, they waiting on you. Go to Instagram, they waiting on you. Go to OnlyFans, they're waiting on you. Come on over. But if you do what I say, and this is a realistic approach, you can be a millionaire by 30, 35 years old. Yep. All right. Now, how do you carry this out? I'm giving you everything. I know you guys are young. I don't want to just give you no vague information. So I want to give you everything. Find a local union apprenticeship. You got the IBEW for electricians. Let me say it again. The IBEW for electricians. You got the UA for plumbers and pipe fitters. Or a non-union shop willing to train. You got those non-union shops all the time, they're willing to train. But for plumbers, you got the UA. And register as an apprentice with your state licensing board. Whatever state you live in has a license board. Find out where they are and register with them. Let me show you how you do it. What you want to do is show up early. You want to show up early. You want to learn relentlessly. Go nuts. It's your chance. Go crazy. Learn relentlessly. And treat the first 4 years of this, because it's going to be what everybody else is. All your buddies going to be in college. All your friends going to be in college. Treat the first 4 years as a paid education. This is your chance. Please, this is for you. Like the guy in that movie. You can do it. You can. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Don't go crazy with your money. You're going to need that money. This money is for your plan. So don't go crazy. Save aggressively so you have startup. This is why I want you to save this money. Startup capital when it's time to go independent. Money time is on the way. 4 years. You going independent and you got your show. You got not your show. You got your business. 4 years. Four years. 4 years. All right. Now I'm going to path B. This is path B. High ticket. No. Excuse me. The path B is the business-to-business sales, high ticket commission track. This is plan B. Yeah. Okay. And how does it work? Enter a business-to-business sales in an industry with high commission potential. Here's what I mean. Commercial real estate, industrial equipment, software sales, medical devices, or logistics. Yeah. These are commission potential. Commercial real estate, industrial equipment, software sales, medical devices, or logistics. Start as a sales development rep, SDR, a sales development rep, or a junior broker. Learn to sell. Learn it. That's what you want to do. You want to learn to sell. Ain't that right, buddy? He'll tell you. He'll tell you. You gotta learn it, guys. Learn to sell. Top performers in these fields routinely earn 200 to 500,000 annually with no degree. Required with no degree, and this is no degree required by many firms. A lot of the firms do not require these degrees. 200 to 500,000 in sales. 200,000 to 500,000 annually. Yeah. Why this builds wealth? Sales is one of the few professions where income is directly tied to your output and uncapped. Yep. Makes me think of meritocracy. It is. It's a pure meritocracy. You don't need credentials at all. You need to be effective. The skills are transferable across industries. They are. Sales transfer across industries. That's the beauty of sales. And once you build a book of business, you have an asset that generates recurring commissions. Facts. That's what sales does. If you get good at it, if you learn it, and you stick with it, and you don't quit, and you go through it. Because going through it makes you or breaks you. Usually make you if you can handle it and just finish it up and just take it. Yeah, that's all you gotta do is take it. It's rewarding. What is the wealth trajectory? Entry level SDR roles pay 50 to 70,000 base plus commission. Within 3 to 5 years, a strong performer can reach 150,000 plus. Within 3 to 5 years, a strong performer can reach 150,000 plus. Top performers, within 10 years of experience and deep client lists, can earn 500,000 plus. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Identify. Now, this is how you carry it out. You identify an industry that interests you. What industry interests you? Is the legal industry? Is the healthcare industry? Is it robotics? Logistics? What kind of industry interests you? Because pretty much anyone you pick, that's the money's there. It's an any, mini, money, mo type of thing, but they matter. They fluctuate by which one you pick. One might be a little higher than the other, but we talking about these people are making buku, hand over fist money. So, way you carry it out, you identify the industry that interests you. 1, research the companies that hire without degrees. They're out there. Look them up, find out, get your big list, who they are, and see if they're near you. If they're not near you, get there. This is your college. Reach out to these companies who hires without degree and reach out directly to sales managers. That's who you want to talk to, sales managers. Don't just apply online. Reach out. Get somebody on the phone, get somebody over email or text. DM if you have to, LinkedIn. There's a lot of ways to reach out to these people. And you reaching out to the sales managers. You gotta demonstrate hunger. They want to see that. You reach out like that, they're gonna like this person hungry. Is everybody else just gonna type online? That's the easy word. Demonstrate homework. Prepare a mock sales pitch for their product. Look and see what product they might be selling. Do your research and homework. What are they selling? What is their line of products that they are pushing? What's their number one? You know, they usually have a premier product or a number one product. You know, they have it. So demonstrate their prepare mock sales and show understanding that you understand their market, their product, what they do. Know some history about them. Be into it. Go for it. Now, what you want to do is start at a company, right, with a strong training program. Do your research on that. Who has the good training programs? Learn from top performers. Okay? You want to learn from top performers. Save commission and eventually consider starting your own brokerage or agency. Now we cooking with grease. That's my grandmother used to say. We cooking with grease, baby. Now we cooking with grease. Now we cooking with grease. All right. Now we go on the path C. Don't be afraid of path C. This is where, people start to get a little weary on me. Don't get weary on me, okay? Because path C is to learn coding. Then build assets. Learn to code and build assets. Yeah. Track how it works. This is not about getting a computer, a science degree. It's about teaching yourself. I said self. Teaching yourself to code through free and low cost resources over 12 to 18 months, landing a junior development or developer role. Use some free or low cost form of coding that someone is teaching. There's plenty of them out there. Look them up. How to learn coding for free. And you want to the resource, and you want to do this resource for you want to go over for over 12 to 18 months. That's right. Then use and that will get you in a landing, or you want to land, and that's the goal of this, to land a junior developer role. Then using your high income to invest in income producing assets. See how we doing this? So you're getting a junior developer's role, because you gotta remember, it's not just to get a job, right? It's to get rich, because that's what the question is. So you want to get in this junior developer role, and then you're using your high incomes to invest in income producing assets, real estate, index funds, and eventually your own software product. This path rejects the influencer model entirely. You build products, not a personal brand. That's big. Not dissing the personal brand, guys, but this is huge. It is huge to build a product. Now, Now, the question is why this builds wealth. And this is why, because software engineers at major tech companies earn $120